Oh, hello. It's been quite some time now. I mean, a decent amount of time. Now you may be asking yourself, Daya, where the flying fuck have you been? What the fuck are you doing? And most importantly, what the fuck is the title? Well, I have but simple answers. 1. Bills. And 2. It's just a simple question. And that question is, can you beat Lunacid with only magic? We start with making a new character, and as you can obviously see, I have played this game a hell of a lot. I mean, I even have the game absolutely perfected on Steam. Nonetheless, we start by creating our character and watch a nice little cinematic of a fucking fish. Oh no, it's the great fish. Bird. Lots of bird. Lots of birds. Birds. Great fish. It's a flying fish. Great flying fish. Well, that was a fever dream. We start the game by getting fucking undertailed and losing a hand. We also start by making our character. For me, I'm going for something well-rounded regarding the terms of magic. So, I made myself a skeleton, since practically I'm hoping to God that I don't get hit throughout this entire run and rattle me bones. These were my stats going in. As you can probably see that I'm heavily speccing into intelligence. And without a further ado, let's get into the world of Lucid. Lucine? Lunacid? I don't fucking know. After your typical FromSoft cutscene, we find ourselves in the Hollow Basin. Kinda like the beginning area of all FromSoft games, the only difference is this one actually being easy. After running around like a chicken with his head cut off for a couple of minutes, we find our actual first melee weapon in the game, which honestly I won't be using until... Oh, son of a fucking bitch. Yeah, if you could probably tell, I'm gonna have to use the sword to break open this fucking barricade. Before you ask, no, I do not have access to any spells. Unlike FromSoft that actually gives you a spell at the beginning of the game, this one doesn't. You actually have to find them. So, you may be saying, yes, I did fail the challenge, but like all obligatory can you beat titles, this is just gonna have to be one of those things. And plus, I didn't kill anything, so shut up. I make my way through the Hollow Basin, completely avoiding all forms of life possible, mostly because I can't attack or defend myself. But as we pass through the Hollow Basin, I find my first spell, Flame Spear. Now, it isn't really good at early level, but I can honestly take what I can fucking get at this rate. Plus, the other spell here is absolutely fucking useless. Continuing on, we actually find one of the best girls in this whole fucking game, Demi. Demi is a demon who will actually teleport you back to the original safe zone of the whole fucking game, basically our Firelink Shrine. But as you can see, I don't really give a shit. In fact, now that I'm armed with a fucking firearm, I'm prepared to commit a homicide. After slaughtering a couple of notable creatures, I decide to talk to Demi and have her teleport me to Wing's Rest. Here you'll find such a wide variety of characters, such as a crow merchant, the ghost of a dead orphan child, and Mr. Bones himself. And we really don't talk about Demi because she only really shows up maybe twice throughout the whole fucking game, and even then, one's at the beginning of the game and one's at the end of the game. Moving on, we buy an enchanted key from the crow merchant Cheryl, and we make our way back to the Hollowed Basin. Now that we have the enchanted key, we can use it to open up this weird eye door thingy that when I insert the key into does not look 100% pleasant. But it leads us to our next area, the Temple of Silence. God damn it, I fucking hate this place. Not only is this place dark as shit, but as you can see clearly, the inhabitants here kind of are a little bit open-minded. Moving through the vast tunnels and dank crevices of this tomb, we find upon ourselves a new spell. Lithomancy. Now you may be thinking to yourself, what the fuck does this damn thing do? Well, let me show you what it does. It makes things inanimate turn real. It's completely fucking useless, and there's no point of using it. I don't even know why the fuck I got it. But, unlucky for me, the inhabitants we just spoke of didn't really like me taking their spell, and therefore woke up. Which, I don't even know how the fuck that's even possible, judging by the fact most of their face is gone. Now, I did end up actually finding another spell called Blood Strike, which, to keep it to you short, all it does is basically just throw a little bit of blood at them. It's not really that good, so I didn't really try to mention it. But after walking into a hidden door, I figured out that I was way the fuck outmatched and out of mana. There was something in this dungeon that I needed 100% to make my build the best build possible. The shield. Now you may be thinking to yourself, Daya, that's a weapon. You can't use a weapon. Correction, that's a shield. I can use it to block. Not use it to bash people's heads in, which somehow, someway you can actually do that in this game. But I can use it to block incoming attacks, which, honestly, for a mage like myself, is pretty cool. If you get pissed off at the fact that I use a shield to block incoming attacks instead of using some form of magical barrier, I'm sorry, but that's not how this works. After making our way through the tomb, we find ourselves in a brand new area. Now, just like FromSoft games, there's always a obligatory fucking poison section, and that's what the Fritted Mire is. It's that obligatory fucking poison section, and I hate it. After throwing some blood at a couple of rats, I decided to take on the local wildlife, which this place is surrounded in slimes. Luckily for me though, every good fire mage knows that slimes are weak to fire, and as abruptly, they proceed to catch on fire. Flame Spear really actually held up pretty well in this area, mostly since everything in this fucking area is weak to fire. But behind this secret wall lays upon a new spell in our arsenal, and it's a pile of shit. Genuinely, I actually don't know why the fuck I even got this. I remember getting this in my original playthrough to collect all spells, and I was thinking, maybe it's actually pretty decent. But actually using it, no, it's not that good. Like, honestly, you're best off just using Flame Spear throughout this entire dungeon. The only real reason why you would use Ice Spear is the fact that the fucking slimes, if they're in water, do not catch on fire. And that's it. It's fucking useless. Moving on, I continue to make my way through the mire. Midway through, however, I found out that I ran out of magic and decided to warp back to Wing's Rest. This time, for a special little something. And something that's honestly very crucial to this playthrough. Talking to Demi, she ends up actually giving me a gift, an ocean elixir. Now what does this do, you may be asking yourself? Quite simple. It boosts our magical power and makes us into a literal walking bomb. Now, the game has these scattered all over the place. As you will see further on through time, I do pick up a couple of them as I go, but I really don't prioritize getting these, and you'll see why. Before we continue though, I want to see if I can get into the hidden archive, so we make our way back to Hollow Basin to attempt the most painful jump I have ever attempted in my entire life. And I failed. So let's continue going back to the mire. After killing a couple of slimes, befriending a bunch of rats, we find ourselves in a new area. An area that looks very off-putting regarding the deep, dark caves that we were just in. To find ourselves... What the fuck is this? That is our jelly girlfriend. That's right, our slime girlfriend. Get it? Haha, I'm so funny. After completing a quest for her, she basically gives you a brand new spanking magical spell that's actually really decent. So I'm not going to show the quest because it doesn't really take that long, but basically we have a new spell, Slime Bolt. And yeah, apparently I have a slime girlfriend now. I'm waiting for the fan art regarding that. Anywho, continuing forward, as we make our way to the final door of the new area that we're about to go into, we look back at our journey, thinking about all those stupid shit we got ourselves into. And honestly, this well ain't that bad. I mean, what else could it possibly... Holy sweet mother of God! Honestly, I have a couple of questions on what the fuck's going on here. First question being, where the fuck is Griffith? Second question, how the flying fuck is there so much blood here? Like, what the fuck? Welcome everybody to the Sanguine Sea, a place where I honestly still have no idea what the lore is regarding it. From what I understand, the Jotun or some shit bleed out blood every fucking day or some crap, and this is just the result of it. What is a Jotun, you may be asking yourself? Why, it's this fucking thing. I somehow managed to come across one when I was walking away. And they're fucking immortal. So, yeah, that's something. After collecting a new spell and paying the local wildlife a visit, we find ourselves afoot of a castle so grand that I think the inhabitants might be a little bit inbred. And after spitting some minstrel blood at this door, which somehow I found out that I have because I'm a skeleton, it opens, leading into the most fucking annoying part of this game that I 100% was not prepared for. Remember how I told y'all that I basically am equivalent to a wet noodle or a skeleton from Skyrim? Yeah, you're about to see why. Walking through the cattle farm, I just realized how fucked up I really am. I thought it would be an amazing idea to walk into a high-level area with a low-level spell with shitty fucking magic damage. And guess what happened? I got ganked in a corner and died. This time, however, after reopening the gate, I attempted to somewhat mitigate any fucking death I could possibly do, and I tried to snipe from a distance, which worked for a little bit as I am attempting to get the spell that I wanted. And after I obtained the best spell in the game, 100%, totally, don't quote me on that, I found out it is a pile of massive shit. Yes, that's right, the ice sword doesn't do jack diddly, it's a fucking useless item. I don't even know why the fuck I wasted my time getting it. Continuing forward, after trying the jump again and failing, I thought to myself, how would there be a way that I could possibly obtain the best spell in the game? And then it hit me. We're gonna need another spell for it, but we're gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way. And what I mean by ye old-fashioned way, I do not mean by playing the game actually. Haha, we're gonna cheat. And to do that, we're gonna need to go to the accursed tomb. Now what I mean by cheat, I don't actually mean by actually going into the game files and doing something bad. Don't think like that. No, we're gonna obtain a spell so powerful, I don't think you can quite comprehend the level of use I'm gonna get out of this fucking spell. And a level of anger that I'm gonna get out of this spell. But after fighting some DeviantArt fucking cringe, I make my way to the most overpowered spell in the game. But in order to get there, we have to go through the dreaded catacombs, and there's not some nice things down there, I give you that. After destroying literal fucking heads of nightmares, we make our way further. Also, little fun fact, these things are immune to physical damage. I know, I'm just that good. But we move our way forward as we look upon the best spell in the game. Coffin. The most useful and infuriating spell I have ever fucking used in my entire life. I don't think you quite comprehend what this does. This spell allows you to summon a portable coffin that allows you to build and jump off of. You see where this is going, right? Back to the Hollow Basin. Now, my grand plan is to build a fucking tower so high that it reaches that skylight up there, because that skylight is actually a loading zone. So, let's get started, shall we? Oh shit. It's gonna be one of those days. If you probably have already guessed it, it took me a very long time to build enough to fucking get up here. You may be thinking to yourself, Daya, why didn't you just play like Jenga? You see, the fun fact is, every time I did, it would fucking break. So after looking upon my Tower of Babel, I finally made it up. Finally. I've never struggled with that so hard in my life. Yeah, that was actually me when I first got done with that. I don't think you quite understand how long that took. In recording right now for the editing this video, it took me an hour to fucking get up there. It sucked. A lot. But continuing forward, we make our way through the top of the Great Well to the best area in the game. By far, I fucking hate this place. I hate this place so much that I won't even begin to fucking name it. All you should know is that the best spell in the game lies here. And that spell? Ice Tear. Now you may be thinking to yourself, Diet, you've already said there's a bunch of good spells in the game. I mean, you already told us Coffin, right? Coffin must be the best spell in the game. No. Now properly armed and ready to fucking commit a homicide, I went on a fucking massacre.
You know, every world will have its end. I'm here to prove it all to you. I am who you don't think I am. All wrapped up
fucking easy. Yeah, if you could probably already tell, Ice Tier is really, really, really fucking broken, and will be our main gat for this whole fucking game. After defeating the love child between two lesbians, we make our way further down to their literal sex dungeon underneath their castle. Don't ask me why they have this. Highlights? I died. And I died a lot. Like, an unholy amount of times. I don't think I died more in this area than I did throughout the entire fucking game. Even with Ice Spear, I fucking died a lot. But pressing forward, we pressed a couple of levers, did a couple of things, killed a couple of creatures in the whole anime etro style, and we find ourselves in the Forlorn Arena. Why'd I gloss over a lot of it? Because genuinely there wasn't really much to really say. Ice Spear. That's basically what I did. Ice Spear. But ladies and gentlemen, we're in the end game now. We're in the second to last area in the whole game. That went by really fast. Our goal right now is to gather the Talisman of Earth and the Talisman of Water. To do that, we're gonna have to commit more fucking crimes. First, starting off with the Temple of Earth, I absolutely hate these fucking lizard people, but Ice Tier makes short work of them. We actually end up getting both the Earth and the Water Temple charm in order to break down the final barricade landing between us and the final boss. Walking into the desolate room of the Chamber of Fate, we walk upon our old friend that I have not talked to you at all about this entire playthrough. But this is Geralt, the Hound. He's just basically violence. He has such a minor role that it wasn't even worth, like, fucking talking to y'all about it. So after he literally gets thrown at me like a goddamn tennis ball, we begin the fight. And he apparently got sick and tired of my bullshit. And sadly, as much as I hate to say this, you cannot beat Lunacid with only magic. Because this, you have to beat the shit out of him with the Lucid Blade. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. You have to hit him with the Lucid Blade. Magic is completely gone. You have to hit him with this. So, after beating his ass for a solid minute, he finally decided that it would be a really bad idea to be immortal, killed his immortality, and fucking died. Leaving us with one final thing to do. After talking with our friends and admiring this whack-ass journey that we had, we walked into the final room to wake the Dreamer. What is the Dreamer? Whoa, remember that giant fish from earlier? Yeah, this damn thing's been asleep. Lore-wise, we're in a dream, and apparently we're in the fish's mind, and yeah, it was really weird. Approaching the Dreamer, we tell him that OnlyFans has officially went out and died, and he wakes up and has a fucking clusterfuck, and in the world. Howdy. Thank you for watching to the end of the video. Now, there's a lot of things I do want to say, and if you've made it this far, I heavily appreciate you. One of them being that I may or not be returning back to YouTube. May or not. A keyword, may or not. I've been promising that multiple times. But I do want to thank all of y'all for watching this video. I want to thank the people who supported me through the years, and I wanted to thank those who actually still stick around and watch my videos. Actually, here recently, I had someone come up to me and asked if they can use my opinion in a documentary about Sketch, which I didn't even know that was going to be fucking possible. But I wanted to do something, you know, change me and do all that stuff, and I wanted to give y'all something that is different than what I normally do, and give y'all something that y'all actually like. A lot's been going on lately. I mean, I'm going to be a father again, and a bunch of other things have been happening. But I just want to start bringing more interesting content, kind of like challenge runs and do all that nonsense. But just some random stuff. I'll be posting some stuff. But anyways, I've been the Diamond Storm. You've been a lovely audience. Thank you guys so much for watching. And most importantly, hold that bleach tight, because you're definitely going to need it for the next episode. Bye.